I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. A really good pickup of 28 yards. They need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one.
Can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and they'll try the ground game here with the running back. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
And they'll go on the ground. Spinning away. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
No. Check. Patriot. Leopard.
And they'll run it here. And a loose football. But fortunately, a Panther was able to get on this, so Carolina keeps the ball.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and just like that, it's third down.
Detroit!
They'll set up to throw. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. His first catch there. Good for 10 yards and a first down. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of the defense.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Fourth down now as San Fran's defense is strong in coverage. And Gano's kick is right through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it. Those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
first down, it's gone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Value three.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. He's going to float this one deep right. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and to the line, that's where the return stops. Officially a minute 54 to go in this first half. Back to more NFL action on EA Sports after this. 66. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to go up top again. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And the pressure gets to him again.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
This is fielded at the 7. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Carolina getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The Panthers got to go quickly. They're moving with a sense of urgency right now. They'll drop the throw. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Watch him now, Barney.
Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 44. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics, makes sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
On first down, gone. Got his man complete over the middle. It's James. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Average ball. Our ball.
Now Goff on first down. This throw caught right around the 6. A good pickup there at 22.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains, and really it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
Forced out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. A shotgun snap for Goff. Flushed out right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Out of the gun. Goff. That's complete right around the 8. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2.
Our ball. 12.
They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Panthers defense able to deliver the goal line stand.
Now, Barney. Set. Green 39. Green 39.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Watch him now, Barney!
And he'll give it here to his running back. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And unable to get downhill, 37. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
It'll be a gain of 16 and give them a 1st down as well. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rolling to his left. 20 to the right side, and he's got more complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And they'll run it here. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
The Niners on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Niners on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
60. Hey, lift. What's that?
From the gun, here's Gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Hassan Reddick, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Got his target, Samuel. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Rolling to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that's incomplete.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He'll drop to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
No, Jack, Patriot!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Fighting through it, he's got space. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
We could talk about bend but don't break all we want, but the defense now, we're going to find out just how flexible and pliable they really are. Can they bounce back after that type of a run, that type of momentum against them, and find a way to slow down this offense?
They'll give it to him up the middle. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, When you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They'll look to throw here. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown. Ron Rivera didn't get the nickname Riverboat Ron for nothing. His guys are going to go for 2 here.
Lucky 56. All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Caught by Gates, left side. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense...
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
DC. Go.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Amari Cooper, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Extra point up and through. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They go play action here on 1st down. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And a nice gain at 21 yards. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Give him 30 yards there. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Solomon Thomas in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Watch him now, Barney.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Back there to that Philly. Here we go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is caught at the 8. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Gun!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little game. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Look at the geography we're staring at. This part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, they look a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. Looking to throw. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Panthers have got it back to a 1-score game. Graham Gano on for the extra point. Extra point try good by Gano. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Goff on 1st down. And a quick throw here that's complete. Gets through, and now an opening. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. The extra point splits the uprights, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Solomon Thomas there on the tackle.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Solomon Thomas in there to get him. And that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And that is incomplete. On 1st down, gone. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards on the pickup, and it's a 2nd down. A shotgun snap for gone. And that is incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Start left here. 5.
Out of the gun. Goff. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And his kick here is good. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
stepping up. He's going to keep it. It's caught inside the 25. Oh, they hate that. Wipes out the big play.
And I know this is the NFL, so they would probably fine you for this type of a penalty. But when I was in college, you used to have to do up-downs for the number of yards that you cost a team in a big play.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
He'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 49, and they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Goff going to throw it. It fights him off, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. The Panthers are going to take another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Louis. 2 for 66.
Here's Goff. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 11. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Gone.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. They still can't get it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Hurry up, here we go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. As they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit!
They'll look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It goes for a gain of 10, and it's a 1st down. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 22. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw now on 1st down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked back Tavarius Moore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish,